Hey, good morning, guys. I wanted to show you something here. This is a 5-gallon jug. Oh, look, I have another one. This is 10 gallons, the capacity in these guys. All right. If you make an American coffee, the standard is 17 grams of water to 1 gram of ground coffee. You would need to drink 10 gallons of coffee using the American standard to get exactly 1 gram of carbohydrates. Yeah, you can do the maths if you want. Every 100 grams of coffee beans contains 0.04 grams of carbohydrate. And that equates to 400 parts per billion. No, lie. Million, sorry. 400 parts per million. So I would guarantee you that before you reached that gram of carbohydrate, you would succumb to the overdose of caffeine that you would receive. And I haven't yet done the calculation for decaf coffee, which is actually only about 97% caffeine free. If you drank that much decaffeinated coffee, I think you'd also die from the caffeine overdose, but I actually have to run that calc. I didn't do it. So why am I even mentioning this? Well, Dr. Berry, I love Dr. Berry. Please do not get this wrong, okay? And we carnivores, we do have brains, and we tend to be a little calmer, so, okay. He had a video. Now, I don't know if he was tongue-in-cheek. I don't know if he was being snarky. I don't know if he was being honest. When he said coffee has carbs, absolutely it does. And he showed a Starbucks iced coffee. And he showed the ingredients and said no sugar added, yet 3 grams of carbohydrate. And the label never mentioned anything else. It said this contains nothing but coffee and ice. Of course, iced coffee, right? I'm trying to think back. I think he was being snarky, thinking that you could get away with drinking a packaged coffee drink instead of just making your own, like I'm about to. But coffee does not have that much carbohydrate. So the only thing we can conclude from this is that Starbucks lied on its label. Well, it lied, period. But in which way? Did it lie because it said there's 3 grams of carbohydrates in iced coffee? Or did it lie when it said that it didn't add sugar? Or is it lying by omission by not claiming other chemicals, additives, and ingredients that are carbohydrate macros? Okay, something's not right here. So obviously I'm not picking on Dr. Berry. As a matter of fact, I think now that I'm looking at it, he's probably trying to make that point that these companies lie to you, either directly or the government allows them to lie up to a certain percentage based on serving size, or the government allows them to lie by omitting things, claiming proprietary blends and all other kinds of nonsense, shall we say. So, to let you know, Dr. Bayer also had a video recently on hot dogs and bologna. And I'm going to conclude from listening to him that hot dogs and bologna are infinitely better than any plant slop that you could possibly eat. So let's give people a break on hot dogs and bologna, okay? At the same time, let's take coffee off the carnivore table by putting it back on the carnivore table, shall we? When you're carnivore, if you're just not a religious zealot about it, you got nothing. Oh, I just need some more water. What? Let them have coffee and tea, because coffee and tea, unsweetened, made yourself, is infinitely better than any other liquid crap you're going to put in your mouth, save water itself. Okay? Guys, can we relax? The fight is out there. It's not even against the vegans and the veg heads and all those guys, man. You know, it's the fight is against the people that are actively making money by watching other human beings suffer. And I'm going to use a phrasal verb here, and I'm going to quote whom I think was Churchill, when he said, "This is something up with which we shall not put." So stop fighting the whole food crowds, and let's continue. If you even need to fight, I don't, man. I'm a peace-loving dude, right? I was in the military. I'm old, older than the young warriors today, you know. And I'm just gonna watch them go into battle. I'm gonna be here with my Chichiro and watching everybody get killed on the battlefield. Wahoo! What a way to go, right? Honor and glory. I'm not into that anymore. I want peace. But to that end, let's go ahead and keep the pressure, shall we say, on the evil people who know they're evil and they know they're harming people and they're just making a buck off the rest of us. So, if you don't mind, drinking this much American coffee, it's 17-to-1 ratio, without adding sugar, cream, even butter or anything else. You need to drink 40 kilograms or 10 gallons of this stuff to get one carbohydrate. You know what? Eggs have like to the powers of 10 more carbohydrates than coffee, and we ain't pulling eggs off the table. All right, I'll leave you with that. Bye. Be well.